What's up? What's up? What's up? Polo Sports Talking ENT. Hit that like and hit that sub, and also comment as well. Um, right now, as I let y'all come into the building, man, get some stuff situated right now. Bear with- What's up, Jacob? I see you in the building, man. I see you up and at 'em early. I'm gonna get started in just a second. Just bear with me, man. Let me get some things together, man. And if y'all want to donate to the page, man, y'all always can. My cash app is, you know, at the front of the screen, man. And also email me too if y'all have like some suggestions or you have some points that you want to make, anything that you want me to talk about, or put out there on the surface. Just let me know because I'm an open book. I definitely like to take ideas because it's not all about me. It's about y'all. I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all the best content possible. And what's up, Blackface Sports? I see you in the building, man. I like the video that you made regarding Paul George and the Clips, man. That's respect right there, being that you were LA fan. That's real talk right there. I'm gonna be getting into that a little bit later, but right now we're talking a little Greek freak at this point in time, and there's been some people that have said that Giannis is not a superstar, because of you know multiple reasons. And my thing is this: what you have to understand uh, is that Giannis is amongst four players to have ever won the MVP and the DPOY in the same year. Okay, let that sink. Let that sink in. Now, I know that you're saying, Marcus. What does that have to do with it? It has a lot to do with everything because when you could play when you could control a game both defensively and control it like by making your team better on the offensive end. Listen, that to me qualifies you automatically to be in the superstar category. Yet alone having a franchise built around you as well. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo is in the class with MJ, KG, Hakeem Olajuwon, and David Robinson. All of those guys that I mentioned were superstars, or at least at one time superstars. Uh, Toward the end of Robinson's career and toward the end of uh, Olajuwon's career, they started to take a decline, and they weren't no longer the superstars. But throughout their whole primes, they were always that superstar. Now, I mention this because a lot of people feel like, okay, well, there's no progression in Giannis's game. Yes, there is. There is progression in Giannis's game. Uh, he might not be automatic from downtown. He might not be automatic from the mid range, but he's steadily improving. Now he does have to get better in his free throws, and this is another thing too that I have to put out there too. A lot of y'all don't realize that if Giannis was to win a chip this year, he could potentially be the face of the league. Okay, he could potentially be the face of the league. And a lot of people, they mention Kawhi. They mention all the all these other players. But see, in my eyes, Kawhi is right up there with Giannis because he plays both ends of the floor. Now, now, hey, look, shout out to Ticket TV too. Paul George is actually playing at an MVP level and getting back to that Paul George that we once knew. This is the Paul George that I was waiting on, but that's a whole nother story. We're talking about Giannis right now. Uh, hey, I appreciate that, Jacob. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, man. I listen, man. I try to bring content whether you want to, man. Always, man. Pull up, late at night too. I'm always up late at night. Hey, if there's one person there, if I'm by myself, if there's 5, 6 people here. Last night we had an awesome stream. If you would have pulled up, you already know Jacob Jennings, Nola Boy Sports. He pulled up. Shout out to my boy Nola James. Go sub to his channel if you haven't subbed to his channel. Also, of course, Blackface. And Blackface, man, I would like you to get on the panel sometime, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you're a Lakers fan and everything, man. So we definitely got to hear your input on everything. I like talking to the Lakers fans because they die hard and they they know their basketball. But I'm mentioning this because a player to me that is able to control the game on both ends of the floor, he deserves to be in the category of a superstar and potentially be a Hall of Famer. Yes, Giannis is a phenomenal player. Does he have work to do? Yes. Am I critical of? Am I critical? Yeah, 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 yeah. I know you did. I know you came, Jacob. That's what I was saying. I know you came, but then I guess you had something to do with whatnot. But even after that, after you left, we were still on here. There was because there were several different people that was on live. I'm always gonna be live. I'm always gonna be consistent, going live, even with everything that I got going on. It doesn't matter. The work don't stop. You know, even if people, don't don't want to support, don't want to stop to show love. Hey, kudos to them. But I know that I'm a grind regardless. I can't worry about the next man. You know what I'm saying? You have to always worry about yourself. Spend time worrying about the next man, or worrying about this person, or worrying about that person. You're never gonna progress in life. So, anyways, yeah, I appreciate the prayer. Now, to get back to what I was saying, a lot of people gotta understand that Giannis can control the game on both ends of the floor. Yeah, Giannis can control the game on both ends of the floor. He he's the one that they really heavily rely on for a bulk of their scoring. Now it may not be shooting wise, but in terms of him defensively. Now I will say this though, he did not deserve um, first team on defense. I'm just being honest. He didn't deserve first team on defense. And the reason why is because there were a whole lot of other players that I felt were more consistent. That's not to say that his play wasn't great because he still put it down pretty good and he got his team where they, put his team in a position of where they needed to be. But there were defenders on this team that I felt that should have been on. Like when you talk about Drew Holiday was there, but they didn't put PJ Tucker on there, which I felt like PJ Tucker should have definitely been on it. PJ Tucker is a guy that really sets the tone defensively. He could get you rebounds, block shots. Uh, he knows how to. He's really excellent at playing the pick and roll defense. A lot of people don't look at a lot of people don't look at the actual science of what these guys are doing. So I felt like Giannis didn't really deserve the award. He hasn't been that defender. He hasn't really even been as great as the defender in the series. Yeah, has he stepped into the challenge to play KD? Yeah, but up until the previous game or so, he just now started to okay get back to what he once was. But hey, it's all a learning process. So you got to be careful with what you say when you say that guys aren't a superstar. When you say that guys are, they're not this or they're not Hall of Fame worthy or they're not a perennial All Star. Okay, he has accolades, but think about why he has those accolades. Okay, yeah, I understand that the people that are voting and all this stuff, but I mean, make no mistake about it. To win two MVP straight, okay, to do that 2 years straight, just like Nash did, that that that's phenomenal. But people were automatically putting Nash as a superstar. I consider Nash a superstar. I consider him a superstar. Now was he a championship level type of guy? No, he wasn't. But Giannis, he definitely is. Giannis is on pace to actually maybe make the final, maybe potentially making the final. And just the fact that he's getting ready to make the final, you automatically can make a case. Now, what's the big elephant in the room? Something that I just mentioned just a few seconds, which is his shooting. Let's talk about that for a second. Okay? Let's talk about that for a second. Because originally I was talking about him uh, not only being in the class with MJ, David Robinson, and Hakeem for defensive player of the year, but we have to talk about his shooting. Now, Ben Simmons, okay? Let's take him for an example. A lot of people they get on Ben Simmons, why didn't it as good as defense as he does as he plays, and as good as a facilitator that he is. Why is he not progressing with his jump? You have to understand that everybody comes in the league and they go on their own progression and they come in with a different mindset. Everybody doesn't have the same mindset. Like a Giannis, like a Arcade, like a LeBron, like a MJ, like a Kobe. Not everybody has that mindset, and not everybody has that progression that progress real fast, like a John Moran or a Trey Young or a Lamelo Ball, guys that instantly did it. Even Luka, okay. And I'm also gonna get on Luka too. We tried to talk about that yesterday briefly, but you had to stab out real quick, and I understand all that. But look, take a guy like Ben Simmons, okay. He doesn't have a jump, but he plays very elite defense, which he's the first team on defense player, and he's a great facilitator. And he can get to the bucket. But I'm not going to sit there and just harp on the fact that he doesn't have a jumper. If anything, more importantly, what you need to be worried about is if he can hit just free throws, because that to me is more important than him pulling up for three or something. And I believe that he's going to be in the gym all summer, uh, both of them, because you have to realize Ben Simmons works out with one of the best, I would say one of the best shooters in the game right now, in Devin Booker, one of the best scorers. And Devin Booker, when he's on, he could really shoot. When he's on, he can pull up. And so, you're working out with that, he'll progress in that. But the reason why I mentioned that about Ben Simmons is because the difference between him and Giannis is that Giannis at least attempts and at least tries. And more time, more time than not lately, he's actually hit a couple of the shots. Now, does he miss a lot? Does he miss a few? Yeah. But the fact that he's trying, okay, that shows you, okay, hey, look, he's coming along. It's about baby steps. Uh, Shaquille O'Neal, his free throws heavily. He worked on his free throws heavily. And guess what? He hit them when they count. Now his percentage, it kind of still kind of stayed relatively the same. But for the most part, Shaquille O'Neal would always work on the free throw. It's just something that he never got. Giannis is showing that he's actually progressing when it comes to the mid range and the 3-pointer. Now he's still got to get better in his free throws, and it's always room for improvement. So we can't just focus just on one thing and automatically just get him out of the superstar category. There were people that were saying stuff about Kevin Durant and saying that, oh well, he doesn't play great defense. And look what Kevin Durant's doing now. One point when he was with Golden State, he was amongst the league leaders in blocks, and he significantly changed the game on defense. They used to say the same thing about Michael Jordan, MJ. And guess what? He ended up winning Defensive Player of the Year, and on top of that, becoming a steals leader, which he already was several times. And on top of that, he won the MVP. So you got to be careful with what you're saying. I think one of those guys that's hard nosed. He's blue collar, and I think it's a shame that some people don't give a guy like that his just due. Now I can see if Giannis was like all in the video, singing, dancing, all this other BS, come to death row in the face, but he ain't doing none of that. All Giannis wants to do is win. That's all he wants to do. He wants to win. And really, I'm gonna be real with you. Giannis could care less about the accolades. He could care less about those accolades that they're trying to give him and all that. He wants to win a chip for Milwaukee. You got to be careful. You got to put in the context. When you say that a guy is not a superstar, go back and check the resume of these players. Because the last time I checked, those 4 players that are on there, that includes David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, MJ, and now Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last time I checked, that's a great company to be in. And on top of that, a lot of people don't know. He said he climbing the pace. I think he hit 17. The number 17. That's the number of points that he scored in the paint above 20 in the playoff series. He's done it like 17 times where his points in the paint were above 20, and he's in the company with Shaquille O'Neal. So these are things that are evident of what a superstar is. I mean, he's got a superstar attitude. Man, salute, South. I see you in the building. Um, he has a superstar attitude, you know, and and I didn't put Giannis up there. When Giannis at first came in and he was starting to make strides to his game, I didn't put him up there yet. I didn't put him up there yet. But when he won the Defensive Player of the Year and the MVP in the same year, that right there, I said, okay, this guy this guy is serious. This guy is serious, and he definitely wants to make strides today. Is he one dimensional? Some people would say. Uh, to to a case, some people say that he could be stopped by just cutting him off or cutting the middle off and everything. But to a degree, I do disagree with that because Giannis he can come left and he can come right and he can penetrate. He can also face up. A lot of people don't understand that when he gets the ball out on either the left or the right side or the weak on the weak side or the on the right side, he can face up too because it's not just he can move without the ball too. A lot of people don't know that about Giannis. He's a willing passer and he's also willing to move without the ball and catch it whether it's on the fly. Now once he gets a jumper and he really starts mastering the art of shooting and he comes off the pit and he starts to develop that mid range even more, he's going to be even more dangerous because now it's like, okay, now you have to play up on him, but then if you play up on him, he's so long and he's quick too that he can just blow by you with only two steps. There's two players that I know right off the top of my head that when they first step, it's two steps to the bucket, and automatically they'll be able to flush it down. And that was Tracy McGrady. MJ used to do it too. Kobe did it a lot, and Kevin Durant. And I may be missing a lot more if y'all know some. But right off the top of the head, those are guys that I could think of. And even and I'm talking about guards that would be out on the perimeter and take 1 to 2 steps and blow right past you. That's why they have a drill called two dribble. They have a drill called two dribble. I know some of y'all know what that is. Sounds political. You play ball and you said that you was a high flyer. Two dribbles. The point of two dribbles is to make your move quick without doing a whole bunch of dribbling. Because in a game like setting, very rarely, unless you're just phenomenal with your ball handling, you're not going to be able to do all of that dribbling and all, like Kyrie and all that other stuff. Especially if you're playing a good defensive team, especially if you're playing a team that's going to trap you or even run a press too. To a certain, you're not going to be able to. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll be dribble that James Harden stuff and all that other stuff, man. You're not going to be able to do that in every single thing. That's just not going to happen. And if you do it, there's going to be a couple of things that's going to take place, and it's not going to end up good. Because you'll either get the ball taken away from you, players will get agitated with you, or they're going to just sit your ass down straight up. But y'all guys tell me what you think. I feel that Giannis, um, has a case for being a superstar. You know, not only because of what he's about to do. Now, okay, I'll say this too. I also forgot to mention, has he came up short in the playoffs? Yes, and that's a knock on him. But he's showing year after year that he's in the hunt and he's at least trying. If they get to the Eastern Conference Finals and into the finals, you'll see that he's already well above what he's done. In previous years, he's already well above. It. So we have to take in consideration something. But the icing on the cake, South Political, Will the Thrill, Jacob Jennings, Blackface, everybody that's in here, the icing on the cake is that Giannis is in a company with MJ, Hakeem Olajuwon, and David Robinson, who have won the MVP and the DPOY in the same year. Has LeBron done that? No, not even Kobe did it. And now, Kobe. I felt like Kobe could have won Defensive Player of the Year. I actually felt like in the first, I would say the first year they won the championship in '99, 2000. Kobe had an argument for Defensive Player of the Year. He did in '99, 2000, and then I would say on the first, I would say when they didn't get to the chip, when they were kind of struggling in the down years after Shaq, he had a case then too because he was having to exert so much and he was playing. But we all know what that was about. Um, Plus, there were big men in the league at that time. Dwight Howard was the one that was winning Defensive Player of the Year 3 times in a row. You said Malcolm X was robbed in 2000, 2013. Yeah, with Marcus Gasol. But I didn't see LeBron as I mean, he was defense wasn't his like forte. It's not like LeBron woke up, wakes up early in the morning to say, okay, hey, look, I'm gonna dominate you on both ends of the floor. That wasn't what he was about. I mean, you could say that about Jordan, especially in his earlier days. You could say that about somebody like Scottie Pippen. You could say that about Giannis. You could say that about Dennis Rodman. You could say that about PJ Tucker. You could say that about Patrick Beverly. You could say about uh, uh, um, man, who Michael Cooper. I mean, you could say that about Kevin Garnett. You could say that about Hakeem Olajuwon. But you can't say that about LeBron. He was just good for chase down blocks. When he needed to clamp down defensively, he would actually do it. But that wasn't his forte. As a matter of fact, I felt D Wade in his prime before he had got all the injuries and everything that came about. D Wade was an excellent defender, way better than what LeBron would ever. But yeah, in 2013, he definitely that's facts out. He definitely did get robbed. I don't know why they did that, but you know, the NBA man. So I mean, if you disagree with me or if you agree with me, man, let me know. Other than that, I'm finna shut it down. Hope y'all stay with me. I got another one coming. Got a couple more bangers coming today. But besides that, man, look out for the next video. Polo Sports Talk and Ian and Sports